Hello, BookTube. I've been noticing recently that I really wanted to make a discussion video about something that's been going through my mind recently, and that is to do with how I read, with what I read actually, because for the last like two-ish maybe months, I have not been reaching for my physical books or the ones even behind me really at all because I have been absolutely obsessed with this little thing, the Kindle here. This is for those who want to quickly know. I'm currently reading the In Depth series by Nora Roberts or JD Robb. And yes, that is an insanely long, 63 book long series so far. I'm already up to book 7, and yes, I am doing the Christmas novels in August, but that's okay. And I just noticed I haven't been picking up my physical books at all recently. And is it just because I love e-reading so much? Because I got my Kindle at the start of the year, right? And it really changed the way I think about owning books because I will look at some books on my shelf and be I like them, but not enough to keep them. Like that's an ebook level, worth of owning, and I get rid of that, and I just happily have it on the Kindle, and that's because I when I keep books, I have three layers. I read them, physically or ebook, and I liked them enough, but they can go, or I didn't like them, they can go, and then I have books where I like them, but I wouldn't spend more than $10 on them, and I would just rather have a digital copy than take the space and have a paperback or a hardcover. And then I've got the books where I'm like, I love this book. I will happily have it as a hardcover or paperback physically. And a great example of this recently is a biography of Muhammad Ali. I know, look at me reading sports books, but I love this book. This is by Jonathan Igg. Here it is. You got Muhammad there on the back being cool. He has such a cute smile. But I love this book. I read it as an ebook, and I decided, I love it enough. I'm gonna buy, a hardcover secondhand for like $15 off eBay, and it's honestly a favorite read of the year. Like really, and now I'm in a point where I'm like, yes, I have the hardcover, but I'm going to keep the ebook too because I can, take this anywhere with me, and I've got, probably what 1,000 books at least on my Kindle, and compared to taking one single chunky book, like every time I'm going to take the Kindle. And I thought, okay, that's a bit weird. And then recently, I don't have it now, but I recently rebrought a big hardcover of Andrew Roberts' biography of Churchill, which is an absolute weapon of a book. And I read that book as like a teen, maybe. I went through a bit of a World War II phase, but not enough to have a niche. We'll talk about that later in like another video. But yeah, I love that biography of him. It's the best thing I've read on Churchill, and I haven't read everything, of course. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna reread that, and so I have the ebook ready to go. But I was like, I want that as a hardcover, and so I found a secondhand copy, and I brought it, and I'm in that mood where I'm like, is it what what books are good enough to own physically versus ebooks, pretty much, and this gets more complicated when we come to genre fiction authors, like favorite authors of mine, like Jackie Collins, where I have her paperbacks. I have like the rainbow, all the color set of hers. I'm working on finding all of them because I still don't own Lady Boss, and I need to find that eventually, and I probably will. But I have all of Jackie here, or Agatha Christie, where I have my favorite Christie books here, and I have like hardcovers of the same books, and I'm like, I don't really go back to Christie that often. Like, I'd probably keep her autobiography, but when it comes to her mysteries, I really barely go back to them. I'm just not a mystery person. Or Robert Jackson Bennett, or I think it's Robert Bennett Jackson or whatever. I love his, The Drop of Corruption, Trade of Blood, which recently came out, and then The Tainted Cup. I love those books. I own them physically, but when I'm going to go back to them, I go back to the ebook version. Or another example, because this author takes up probably some of the most room in my bedroom, and that is Georgette Heyer. I have all of her historical romances. I don't own her detective stuff, but I have all of them as trade paperback and hardcover. And when I go, okay, I'm going to go reread Heyer, I pick up the the Kindle, and I just read her there because it's more convenient. And I don't know what to do about this. So, and recently when I've been unholing, I've been thinking what stays, what goes, and what should just, what stays physically, what goes physically, but I will happily download as an ebook. It's a very weird space to be in. And then I see books like these. It's a bit heavy to pick up at once. But Banjo Patterson, two complete works by him, and ebooks of that don't really exist. At least I can't find it. So, or I don't know why I'm saying all these Australian books, but because there are just not many ebooks of Australian books, like especially political writings. Oh my god, like you know, any biography past 50 years old, it's not an ebook. Or Patsy Adams Smith. I love her history books, but they're not ebooks. And so what I'm thinking is like, will there be a day when I get rid of all of my physical books, except the ones I can't find as ebooks, and just have that physically? I don't know. And because recently, last week actually, I decided over the course of 3 nights, when I got home from work, to add every single physical book I own on my Kindle. And they're all there. I can literally take my entire, lifelong library I've built. And yeah, and this is literally all of it in one, device. And it's more convenient. And I don't know. I think doing that has really showed me my preferences. And it's left me in a bit of a spiral, a bit of a mental bee. But I just don't know what to do about it. And it's a very open ended conversation because it's still ongoing. And yeah, that's all I have to say. And just a bit of a rant. And yeah, so let me know what you think I should do in my situation. Should I get rid of all my physical books and keep the ones I can't find as ebooks? Or, keep the favorites physically, but everything else can be an ebook? It's a very, very interesting conversation. And what do you do if you have a Kindle but you love physical books too? Do you just keep your favorites and just have everything else as an ebook, or are you like just an ebook girly through and through? The only thing I have is in my Kindle. I don't even own a physical book because I love those people. I think they're really I love that, and I think, oh, maybe one day, but I don't know, and I'm ranting. But yeah, that is a quick little rant slash discussion on the state of my book collecting life. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.